Hi everybody, welcome to a special edition of Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig. Tonight I'm just gonna hang out and do some art journaling and a little bit of Zentangling mixed in, and chat with my friends over here in the chat and just have a relaxing Memorial Day Monday night. Normally I don't stream on a Monday night, so that's why this is a special Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig. Yes, all the mistakes are on the outtake. No, I hadn't even started recording yet. Isn't that silly? So the tip of how I lined up my word is not on there. What I did is I'm using an old template. It's called Fairy Tale Creations. It's the company, and I lettered out my letters, lining up the tops and the bottoms of letters, and that makes my June come out straight. I will of course do this again another day, so getting that so much recorded is not necessary, but I think you get the idea of lettering a template. But if not, we'll go over that another day. We'll have a recap another time. This I'm going to do some fun journaling around. When I journaled around January, you'll notice I did different letters, or I did different borders and stuff on each letter. And I want to do different stuff inside each letter again, but I think I want for June all of my borders to be the same. January was fun, you know, everything's different, but I think I want similarity and continuity on this one, just because I do. So I'm going to switch to a little bit smaller pen. This is a 0.08 or a 0.8. I'm going to switch to a 5 for this. And for this one I'm using my Staedtler because it's smaller. They have a new set of these guys. I think there's 6 in the set. And they go from itty bitty to pretty big. I'm very excited. I want to go touch it again and see if it wants to come live with me. But I'm going to do a pattern that it starts off as a line that runs parallel to the line of the letter. And I don't think it has a real name. I mean, it's just a pattern. It's a very nice range. You like that range? Ittle bitty to big. One day when I have more Staples points, I'll order it and show you how cool it is. But that's what I like about the Staedtlers, is you can get them at Staples. And so I can turn in my ink cartridges and earn points for pens. Do you have a Staples in Canada, Dawn? Cool. They might have Staedtler's pens in Staples, Canada. Or even better, big markets. Big markets are always fun. So, okay. So I went around it very quickly, And I wasn't paying real close attention. I mean, I tried to get it kind of even, but it's not super even. And now what I want to do is make a circle and a break and a circle and a break. You kind of see what I'm doing there? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in between the circles. Okay? So did everybody have a nice weekend with their family? My kids are at their Grammys. They'll come back tomorrow because Sam's got a game and Will's got practice. And really the next couple of days or weeks is kind of crazy because this coming up weekend is Great American Scrapbook. And so I'll be going to Arlington. The next weekend is summer camp, and so the boys will be packing up to go away. And not only that, but my girl is going to Camp Grammy, so she has big plans with her grandma and papa while the boys are at summer camp. So probably during that week, you'll see me doing this a lot. You had lots of company over Sunday? Cool. Yeah, when I'm home alone, I like to art and do things, so I'll probably try to do some catching up on scrapbooking or art journaling or both. Just because it will need it. And probably I'll get a couple of cool new things while I'm at convention, and I'll want to share those. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how we were. I asked Bill if we were getting old, because, I mean, Saturday, gosh, we spent time that morning at the market, and then that afternoon we took a big old power nap, and we watched some movies and stuff. But we got a lot of rest in, because we've been running pretty hard, both of us, for the last couple of weeks of school, between baseball and school, and so it makes it kind of crazy for us. But I was glad to get the rest in, and so was he. And he definitely needed it. Yeah, resting is definitely nice. And it makes me want to art more. I rest and my brain goes, oh, what about this? And what about that? Now this is usually how I start my letters like this, is I go ahead and I outline them first. And if I see spots along the way that I want to go in and kind of clean up that edge, I do that. Like down here around this edge, I might want to come in and make that look a little better. So, you did a ton of resting. Oh, I bet the rain helped. We haven't gotten any rain this weekend. We had mostly sunshine. But I guess that's what you get from Burl, is you get the rain, where Amanda's getting squalls and high winds, and we're going to get totally non-related weather and get hailstorms, and we're getting red and orange weather, as I showed you earlier. Yeah, it's been warm. Mom and Dad got us this new fan that I am loving. It's taller, and so it's higher up off the ground, and it's quieter. It's pushing a lot of air quietly, and I like it. Because one of the fans we had sounded like you were in a wind tunnel whenever you were by it. Yeah, I have no idea what we're going to have for weather this year. Now the U, when I went down in it, all I did was I put a line, and I'm putting my circles to either side of that line so that they will be in there. Let's see if you can see that a little better. Kind of like that. And I'm going to color that in. I was very excited this morning to get to play with my odd people on the daily. Sorry we missed you, Amanda. But, you know, hurricanes and tropical storms kind of take precedence. I'm sorry. They kind of demand your attention. So, yeah, I don't get many days off during the year, but that's okay. I mean, it's not because I can't take them, but we kind of like the money, you know, having the income. So, when we close is when I take my holidays, or for special occasions, which, you know, Great American Scrapbook is definitely a special occasion. I've been going to that since Will was in a stroller. I got to meet Sandy Genovese at one of those. You want to talk about strange people? She's very strange. But she's very nice. This will be your fourth one. I used to, a long time ago, when we first started going, I would go to the night crop. I'd go to at least one of those. And I was one of those crazy people with 2 carts full of crap. Bring it to the night crop. And I probably went to maybe 3 or 4 of those before I decided that I'd rather just go home and die and relax with my mom and dad and not worry about trying to be there and do that. I have to go see Stephanie Bernhard. Is that the one you sent me the link to earlier, Susan? I know Marion's going to be there because she just recently moved to Texas. And she's going to be there from Prima Live teaching some classes. I don't know if she's going to be teaching Prima specifically. I can't remember. I'm not going to be taking any of her classes. Oh, the Stamps of Life. You know what? I think, didn't the Stamps of Life, didn't they used to be called something else? And didn't they used to have, like, skinny green rubber? Now, I know that's a weird question. But, seems like, and they used to come in, like, these little plastic cases, maybe? Is that Stamps of Life? Yeah, Fab. Oh, you know what I should do? If I go find her, I should get her autograph for Fab. That would be cool, wouldn't it? That's what a good friend would do, right? I need to get a picture of Fab and blow it up. And make it like a mask, and I could put it over my face. And pretend I'm Fab and take a picture with her. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah, I think, and see, I think that's what it was this company that I'm talking about, and I can't remember the name of the company. There was a company for a couple of years, and they even had ink that was like the Marvy ink, only relabeled for their company. I think that was that company. And they had really cute stamps. And then we had looked for them again and hadn't seen them since. I'm turning this way because I just now, look, see the black on my finger there? Kind of speckledy. I just stuck my hand in you, and you wanted to come off the page with me, so I'm moving you. Yeah, I can't remember the name either. But anyway, they were cute stamps. And you could buy all kinds, and they were cheap, because they were just little. They were hardly a stamp at all. I mean, it was like they just barely made, the rubber thick enough to fit on something, and you just peel it off and stick it on your acrylic block. I used some of those stamps, I know, when I did my folder for Halloween last year. So I know Dawn is working on a book while she's watching the stream. Anybody else arting on something while they're watching? Cool. A mini tag sleeve book made from TP rolls. I love making those, Carrie. Those are so much fun. I love making them for gift card holders, even. In fact, the one I made my son, I think is still up here for his birthday. Yeah, there it is. Here's the one I made for my son for his birthday. Hang on. So that it says happy birthday. And there, happy birthday, love mommy and daddy. It says, may all the best in life to my son, enrich your future way, adventure and good fortune too, bring joy to each day. And then you can see the residue of the glue here. His gift card was glued onto that. And then he had 2 gift cards, so here's the other one. The other one had a pocket, and the gift card fit in the pocket. So this is for his. Yeah, and so we just Amazon money for your Kindle. And then I love these ribbons. Mommy gave me these ribbons. Love them. But I like doing those for gift cards. My mom made me one for Christmas and put Starbucks cards in it. It was awesome. And so very, very pretty. So now we just carry around and, squished, we carry around squished toilet paper rolls. And Dawn has a blog post about those on her blog. Usually when I make different books, I'll stick one of those kind of pages in my upcycled books. I have the rack of inks. Oh, from that company. We're back to talking about that company. I like this book here. This was a coaster. This was just another coaster. And then this is a toilet paper roll. And it's been covered by a piece of paper towel. That when I'm working and I have a piece of paper towel that I blot stuff on, that's what this was. And I Mod Podged it on. So it's on there. And then this was another, this actually was one of those Formica paint chip tile. Or not paint chip, but what's the company? What's it called? It's not paint chip. It's the cabinet counter pieces. They are Old Sugarloaf. Old Sugarloaf. Laminate chip. Thank you, Raven. That's it. So I like these. So carry on, Carrie, making, tags with those. Those are very fun. I know, so many options. Oh, Sugarloaf is a company. Okay, thank you. Come on. Please focus. Focus, please. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Are y'all tired of dots yet? I'm almost done, I promise. I have one more, whatchamacallit, Best of British card to make. There's a couple more posts, and then my last card is on the last day from a Digi-Stamp company. And I'm very excited about that. If y'all haven't seen, I've made several cards for that group on my blog. some using some altered pages images of London, which I adore. I think they are fantastic. And then some using some stamped images that our design team leader sent us. So, I guess, come on in. Hi Shannon, welcome. So, tomorrow will feel funny to go to work and not have children to get to school. But I think I will manage. I think I'll be alright. I'll just be so, leave my home with my coffee in hand and go on to work. I'm waiting to see how long it takes Sam to realize she's out for the summer. I mean, I think she knows she's out for the summer. I think she gets it. But last year with pre-K, she was pretty mad for a couple of days that she wasn't going to school, because she really loves school. And Will is the same way. In fact, somebody said, "Are you glad school's out?" And he said, "No, I like school." So we've got some activities planned for both of them that will keep them kind of busy. And then we'll figure out, Sam wants to do some science stuff, so we'll figure out what we want to do there, and of course do summer reading and all that good thing. Because they, they adore doing that kind of stuff. And Sam is very into reading right now. She's telling me all the words that she sees. So I love that. And of course, Will has a couple of books started. I know he's working on the Harry Potter, the Half-Blood Prince. And, good night, Susan's hubby. And, so I know we're working on that. And then I know he's got another mystery book at Grammy and Papa's that he was working on. I need to get the information from the Arlington Public Library about him checking out the books for his Kindle. Because that will be a lot of fun if he can do that, because he can do that online. And I read in our parent newsletters that they're supposed to be, for the school even, getting Kindle editions and Nook editions of literature for the kids. So that will be cool. It's funny how different it is from when we were in school, what they can do now. You really should be working on something. Do you have a project due, Susan? I know I have a couple of projects due this week. I'm going to be in a birthday blog hop for my friend Nicolette. And so I have a project I'm working on there. And then I have another project for Viva Las Vegas stamps that I'm working on. And I need to be doing some scrapbooking, so that project is going to be a scrapbook page with stamping. And then I have my regular Delightful Challenges post on Thursday. And then one more post for the Jubilee that I need to have a card for. And then I'm going to have on my blog, of course, a post about my art calendar journaling from Friday and from today. And then I think that'll catch me up on posts. Okay, so this is all outlined, see, in that little pattern. And I have no idea what that little pattern is called. I just know that that's what spoke to me, so that's what we did. So now I want to fill in with some doodles on some of these pages. I mean, on some of these letters. And I think for the E, I will do one. I forget what it's called, but I'm going to do it. Here we go. Starts with some dots. Can y'all see that? Want me to zoom in a little? Bye, Raven's daughter. Oh, yeah? And where did you tell him the purple feathers came from? Do we want to know where the purple feathers came from? Was it something that belonged to him? Ah, I'm trying to... I'm making a grid with dots here. Oh, tell him it's for your night stream, cleaning with Susan, the naughty maid housekeeper. That's how you were planning on getting extra money in the house. Okay, so you see I've made a little grid here. And now I'm going to do basically a series of overs and unders, okay? So I'm going to go over, and then I'm going to go under, and over, and under, and over, Okay, where I went over, the one next to it, I'm going to go under, over, under, over, under. This needs to go over. So, alright. So I'm going to do that all the way across on each row. And if you need help practicing like this one especially, do this with like grid paper. Get you a pad of grid paper or print off a grid paper on your computer. And you can practice it like that. It doesn't have to be perfect because it'll still, this pattern will still turn out even if your grid is not perfect. Okay? And now, where my pieces went out, like this one here, went out up here and out down here, the sides are going to go in. Like that. Okay? Which makes the one beside it go in. And so here we are. These went out. So these go in. Alright? So see how that works? Any questions? Carrie, do you remember what this one's called? Carrie is my resident expert. Maybe she can remember what it's called. I'll keep doing innies and outies. So I'm pretty sure the thing with the circles doesn't have a name, but this one has a name. And dots with innies and outies is not the name. Oh, here we go. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's up with the chat lately. It's been kind of weird. Called Huggins. Maybe that's Huggins. I'm having a chat issue. How could you tell I'm having a chat issue? Yes, I like it because it does look woven. I mean, that's one of my favorite reasons for it. Sorry, guys. Welcome, Melanie. Just yell at me. I might hear the chat. Who knows? Let's see what's going on here. I don't think it's so much a delay as, like the last thing I saw was Susan saying hee hee, and anything after that I missed, so. Oh, you're ready for time alone with away from your kids? But Raven, what's so funny is in my brain, Raven is like my age. I know in real time she's not, but in my brain she's my age. Which my age is 43, so. You'll take 43, Raven? Yeah, I'm 43. I had my kids late in life. And they may be the death of me yet. Okay, for the end, it's got a lot of space in here. I want to fill it with some fun stuff. And my U, I want to do next. Let's see if I can get my U in the way here. My U, I want to make into some leaves. Let's see here if you can see it. I want to do like some bamboo leaves. One on each side. Change pins here. I'm going to do 2 pins here. I'm going to go back over these lines with a little bit thicker pin. And then this tangle, you start by making a series of X's. And I want to stagger them because it's just me. So that this one, then this one, then this one, then this one, just like that. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is take and make a leaf shape out of that. And I like to make my leaves where they are kind of opposite. So if this one goes down here, this one goes up. And so now I have little leafies. And then I'm going to do the same over here. Make me some leaves. Okay, so I have leaves, and I want to put some veins in my leaves just to make them more leafy. And then make some lines along your bamboo to make it appear. If you make kind of this little U shape, it makes it appear kind of roundish. Okay. So you have some bamboo growing up. I know, and it's super simple. And then the best part about this bamboo is it doesn't spread like real life bamboo. You've never seen this? Oh, come on, Carrie. You've seen bamboo before. I don't know that it's called bamboo, but... And then I'm going to do just some real simple little little flowers that are like little fluffs down here at the bottom. And then usually when I'm making bamboo, I have on one of mine a ladybug. So there you go. I bring you the U, maybe. Come on. Focus, please. There you go. And you see my little ladybug on there? So, yes. I'm going to do my June next, or my J next, and then I'm going to come back and do some fun stuff in here. So, for my June, I want to do some, I'm going to the circles, guys. You know me and my circles. I love circles. I'm going to start with a bigger pen to get some bigger circles in first in June. I'm going to have some big ones down here. Someone was passing around through the emails today the saying about, you know, having a jar and putting a bunch of golf balls in it and asking the class, is this full? And some say yes. And then he pours in some gravel and pebbles and, you know, it fills in some of the holes. He says, is this full? And some of the class says yes. And so then he pours in sand and he says, okay, now is this full? And he says yes. And then he pours in 2 beers. And so he said, you know, the balls are our family and, you know, friends and things that really do matter. So that if you have nothing else in the jar but your big balls, they're, you know, your life could be full. The pebbles are the fun things that we, you know, enjoy doing, and they're also the things we have to do. So could be work, could be, you know, our hobbies, our games, things we enjoy. The sand is the stuff that doesn't matter. And so if we fill our jar full of sand, there's no room for the pebbles or the balls. So remember what comes first. And so somebody asked him, "Oh, what's the beers for?" He said, "Well, you know, there's always room for a couple of beers to make life better." So anyway, there you go. I had some. I have a Coke today because my brain said I needed some caffeine, even though I had coffee earlier. But that's what I think of when I see this. I think of, you know, my mayonnaise jar full of balls. So, I'm changing pen sizes. I was doing an 07. Now I'm going to get out my 03 because I want to fill this in with some small ones. And if I start doing this fill in with the bigger, they tend to all become just globs. Whereas I can get some tiny dots here with the smaller pen that are okay. I cooked some ribs today. They were very yummy. And we cooked some squash and onions that we got at the produce market that were also very yummy. I think that just about uses up all the fresh produce we got at the market. Okay, I will. You know, I talked to Mommy because before I just committed, I was going to ask her, and she said anytime is fine. And, you know, as often as we see each other, she also does not feel like it's, you know, time infringing. So, you know, having lunch and walking around and enjoying the scrapbook convention is no problem in her estimation. So, but I will be there Friday and Saturday. Alright, sounds good. Night, Raven. Enjoy vegging. It's the power of suggestion of veg. I was talking about veg, and now Raven wants to go veg. I'm just saying. Okay, so I've got my marbles all lined out. Now the bigger marbles, I want to do some line work in. I'm going to make some little lines in them. I don't know if you can see that. I'll show you up close here in a minute what I'm doing. But I only want to do it in the bigger marbles. Again, this is something you can only do with a smaller pen because it'll just start kind of mushing together if you try to do it with a bigger pen. So I think that's what I want to do right there. Okay. So we have everybody done except for N. And the N, I want to do Sue flowers. If you watch me very often, you know Sue flowers are my happy place. So I want to do some Sue flowers. Because they have all the things that make me happy. They have swirlies, and they have humpy bumps, and I like Sue flowers. Yeah. Are Sue flowers your happy place too, Carrie? And the neat thing about Sue flowers is you can finish off the petals and stuff in different ways. I'm just putting a dot on the petals. If I were doing them a little bit bigger, I would have room to do some, you know, more line work in them. But today I just want to do some dots. No worries, Amanda. I said, Carrie, are Sue flowers your favorite too? Because you said, yeah. Yes, I do too. I think they're very, very fun. Whimsical, even. So, I did some lovely little Sue flowers with some extra dottage going on in there to make me happy. So, there you go. There's my June. And before I commit to going around it some more, I'm going to get my, I want to get my squares on there. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit here and get some more squares down. So, thank you, Amanda. I like how these are going too. That can't be right. Anybody see where some of my oranges went? And I'm just using this piece of paper to kind of see where my lineup is. To more or less get a quasi-evenness to it. It doesn't have to be super even, but I want it to not be completely cattywampus. Not that it would matter if you liked yours completely cattywampus. That would be great. I've even seen some where people kind of had like a whole bunch of them junked over and kind of scattered out as it went this way, which is very cool looking, mind you, but not what I want to do. So does anybody have any questions while I'm gluing? Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, Carrie. know I need here at least one more square. And I believe I want to round that with this hot pink pen. I'm sorry, what glue am I using? I am using Tombow Multi. It's just a white glue. It dries really fast. I have to be careful with it though, because if I'm not paying attention and want to move my square, it's going to leave yuckiness, and I have messed up and done that once already on my Friday, so I have to be careful with that glue. So initially I thought I wanted to go in and punch like I did the dates up here for all these dates, but I really don't think I want to do that. In retrospect, I think I want to just go ahead and handwrite those in. So I'm going to come through here, and I want to write them down in the corner, in the bottom corner. And in these, my best advice to you is this is a journal calendar. Don't be afraid of your own handwriting, because it's part of the process of this. And check yourself. Make sure you're not, putting July dates on June or June dates on July. And I'm going, okay, 14, that should be 7 in my brain. The 30 days have September, April, June, and November. We have 30 here. Yay, me. Okay. One of the things I want to do is I know that summer, the first day of summer is this day. So I want to make a little sun to go there. And I'm going to, on this paper, it has 2 sides. A kind of a smooth side, and then a more textured side. I want to use the smooth side, and I'm going to line him up here. But I'm also going to make some rays I might use the pink to make the rays because I can. And I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to take and I've cut it skinnier. And you look, it's not even skinnier. It's just skinnier. And I'm going to just freehand cut like this some points. Okay, so I have some points here. And some are bigger than others. That's okay. And I'm going to put just a light line of glue here around the edge, on the start of the edge. I'll put some more as I go around. Okay. And I'm going to pick up my points and just kind of place them. Does the Grinch count as an animal? Why are you asking that? Why are you asking if the Grinch counts as an animal? His dog definitely counts as an animal. We can have a philosophical discussion. Does Grinch count as an animal? I think Grinch is a Grinch, just like a who is a who. So I think no. And actually, the Grinch was a who, wasn't he? So use Max for your project with an animal. I think technically the Grinch was a who because he lived in Whoville, and therefore he was a who, and that makes him a people, if we want to consider who's people. Special for you tonight on A Crafty Gig. Philosophical debate upon the humanness of the Grinch. People are animals. You are indeed true and correct. Dawn is always the it's a furry thing, like an animal. Well, you know, my husband is a furry thing, so that being said, isn't that like part of the definition of the animal is that they can grow hair or they have hair? Isn't that part of what makes an animal an animal? That's another show. Okay. I'm sorry, I thought we were the Discovery Channel. Sasquatch. There. Okay, my last little Ray is kind of funny looking, but I like him. I can bring him down a little. There we go. So that he fits with the rest of them. There. Stay. He doesn't want... He's scared. He doesn't want to go down with the rest of them. Here, let's try that again. We were just reading about Sasquatches. Oh, Dawn was just reading about Sasquatch. One of Sam's favorite movies is Harry and the Hendersons. She loves that movie. She's just about worn that movie out. Okay, the 20th is first day of summer. I want a sun on it, because that's the first day of summer. There we go. And I want to go around it a little bit. So now I have some sun rays around my first day of summer, and my boys will be at summer camp this week, and my girl will be at summer camp this week. But I don't know what the rest of this day is going to bring, so I'm just going to write very neatly on here, first day of summer. Your first hot glue gun? Really, Carrie? Thanks, Carrie. Wow, your first hot glue gun. What kind of hot glue gun did you buy, Carrie? Did you buy one that is dual temp and cordless. Or did you buy a corded one? Okay. A cheapy one, is it a low temp or a high temp? But you don't know if it's low temp or high temp, it's just one temp, so it's probably just hot. It's good for anything that you want to stick fast. One thing though is if you're doing something for stuff outside, you'll want to put another glue down with it. Like for instance, if you're making a wreath and you want, to stick flowers on the wreath, you'll want to put something like Aleene's Tacky Glue or whatever on your piece, and then hot glue it and stick it. The hot glue will stick it fast. The Aleene's will keep it there. Because with temperature changes and stuff, sometimes, depending on the type of glue and the temp of the glue, it'll let loose later on. If I'm doing just general crafting, like this, one of these books, I stuck all these flowers down with hot glue. And I would just put glob and stick and glob and stick and glob and stick, because I wanted to work fast, and I knew that's where I wanted it to stick. I knew when I stuck this, I wanted it to stick here, I wanted this to stick here. And same here. When I built these, I wanted them stuck in the places, and I wanted them stuck fast. A lighter temp glue is good to work with some things, because a hot temp glue will melt some things. So, you kind of want to watch and make sure whatever temp it is, especially things that have polyester in them, it will melt them. So, right, it will be good. It will be great for that. It will be great for that. Just make sure what you're gluing down doesn't react to heat, because then you'll want to make sure you don't touch that hot tip to it. And once you get proficient with that one, I would recommend getting a dual tip that also is cordless. I have this one, this dual tip, and I like it because if I'm working on some things that don't need, that are heat sensitive, I can put it on the 2. Or if I'm working with Sam, I can put it on the 2, and it still melts the glue, and it still works, but it cools a lot faster. Whereas if it's on hot, it has a longer work time, and it's molten hot, and you have to be more careful. But with Sam, I can put it on a 2, and she knows the rules, but it will cool faster because the glue is at a lower heat. So, but I really like that one, and I like that it's cordless also. So, first day of summer, and I'm going to put a line around this one also, because this is a special day for my honey and I. But definitely carry for gluing on hot flower, flowers and embellishments. That will be perfect, and it will allow you to move fast. Whereas if you were doing like E6000 and stuff, things would take for flipping over. So. Yes, it definitely holds 3D things better onto your projects. I use the hot glue gun when I'm making bows, hair bows and stuff also, for gluing my bows onto my my hair clip. It's definitely good for stuff like that. Rather than filling in darkly like I did around my letters on this one, I'm just putting dots in between my circles. So it kind of looks like beads, or it's kind of cute. I like it. And the reason I chose to go around the 20th is, or the 27th rather, not the 20th. The 20th I went around because it's first day of summer. But I'm going around this day because it is my anniversary. So I have little beadies, and the top is kind of skinny compared to the rest, so that it'll go down there. Yes, thank you, Carrie. It will be my 20th wedding anniversary, so that'll be a special day. But right now, I think that's what I want to kind of stop at. One of the reasons I want to leave space here is because if this is the family day for summer camp, either one of these 2 days will be the family day, and I'll be coming down to camp so I can figure out if Will gets tapped out or not for OA. I hope he does. And so that will have to be a special event for that day. And then, you know, this will be something about Great American Scrapbook. Of course, will be here, and that kind of thing. Let's see. I'll turn it this way for you guys. And then I'm going to add, I think, some flower kind of tangles here and here. And then maybe make a little simple little border between them. But that I'll work on as the month goes on, how that's going to look. Because some things, like look over here, some things I still have to go in and finish filling in some stuff. Some things I've just penciled in. Like, this is when we purchased Hermie. I have to go back and put when Hermie died in May, because our Hermie died. But, you know, some things I like just playing around. And sometimes I actually have something I want to write. So I have to figure out, you know, what it is I want to do on those days to remember what we did in June to make it look more fun. But I think right now it's at a state where I would take a picture of it and put it up as my blank one. So that's the plan. So this will probably, like I said, grow as the month goes on. I'll probably add onto that. and to have space to do that in. Does anybody have any questions? Did you enjoy watching that come together, I hope? Good. So, yeah, we'll come back and check on it as June goes along and see what I've added to it. And like I said, I haven't done as much of these as I've wanted to. I wanted to do one every month, and I kind of lost sight of that for a couple of months. But I'm getting back on that so that I can continue that, because this is fun for me. I relax doing that. So yay! Wonderful, Dawn. I can't wait to see what you've done. Maybe you can show us on the odd show next week. Or this week. This is Monday. So tomorrow is Tuesday. There will be no odd show tomorrow. We're on our summer schedule. If you look on our Odd Show Live fan page, I've updated the schedule to show you when the shows are and all that kind of stuff. This is first Friday for me. Again, I won't be here this Friday because I will be on my mini vacay in Arlington with my mom and my kids, and Bill will join us on Saturday. And I will have my anniversary show for Crafty Gig on the 8th. I'm very excited about that. I hope y'all join me because we'll have lots of fun. And then 15th, we'll have scrapbooking. The 22nd, we'll have another Crafty Gig. And the 29th, yay, we'll have an odd show special on a Friday. So, other than that week, and then I don't know this week what we're doing about a reboot, because this will depend on where I am that afternoon. Because if I have to go to camp, I have to go a couple hours away and be there. So I might not have a reboot this week, but I'll definitely have a Crafty Gig. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. I can't think of anything else, guys. I hope y'all are having fun. I hope everybody celebrating Memorial Day had a wonderful day with their family and remembering loved ones. Like I always say, we are the land of the free because of the brave. And I've had several family members serve, and I really appreciate them serving so that we can have the life that we have become accustomed to. So, if you don't have any questions, then I am going to call it a night, I guess. So, let me remind you of a few things. Pens that I've used, you can get through my mommy's store at cutandpastememories.com. She does special orders. She does carry the Tombow glue that I was using and the papers that I used. She carries all that. So, you know, if you ever have any needs, just give her a holler. My current Scrappy Challenge is still going till the 3rd Friday. And the current challenge is make your embellishments and use them on a layout. I would love to see what you've done. My next Scrappy Gig is going to be a 3rd Friday. And then there will be no Crafty Gig on the 1st Friday. But on the 2nd Friday and the 4th Friday, we will be having Crafty Gigs as normal. And then here is our odd show reminder. We have dailies and weekly reboots. The dailies are Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the summer. There is a schedule on our fan page at facebook.com/theoddshowlive, as well as information on our blog. And finally, please, please, please don't forget to save the date for October 6th for World Card Making Day. It will be our 2nd annual show, and it's going to be really, really fun. I'm looking forward to it. So, alright, I think that's everything, guys. Thank you for indulging. I will see you around. Have a great week. Bye-bye.